Did you know that for many men over 60, the very first signs of death often show up in the penis? It might sound shocking, but ignoring this early warning could cost you far more than you think. It's not just about intimacy or performance. It's a reflection of what's going on inside your entire body. When blood flow slows down there, it usually means it's already slowed down in other parts too, like your heart, your brain, even your kidneys. And when that happens, it's not just your manhood that's at risk. Your life is. In this video, we're diving into 5 simple foods that senior doctors and longevity experts say every man over 60 should eat. Foods that protect your penis, restore function, improve circulation, and yes, might even save your life. These aren't exotic herbs or expensive pills. These are foods that may already be in your kitchen, but you probably didn't realize just how powerful they really are. So whether you're still active or starting to notice changes you're not thrilled about, this is your chance to take back control. Because when your penis starts to weaken, it's not just about pride. It's a sign of something deeper, something you can't afford to ignore. Stick with me through each of these 5 foods, because by the end you won't just know what to eat. You'll understand why it works, how your body responds to it, and what kind of transformation you can expect if you're consistent. And believe me, once you start seeing the difference, you'll wonder why no one told you this sooner. Number 1. Dark chocolate. Here's something that might surprise you. Dark chocolate isn't just a guilty pleasure. It might actually be one of the most delightful and effective foods for supporting your sexual health after 60. That's right. This rich, bittersweet treat does more than satisfy your sweet tooth. It has the power to nourish the very system that makes arousal, erection, and pleasure possible. Your vascular system. Now, the science behind this is fascinating. High quality, dark chocolate, particularly varieties with at least 70% cocoa content, contains a high concentration of flavonoids. These are plant-based compounds that do wonders for your blood vessels. They reduce oxidative stress, lower inflammation, and most importantly for us older folks, they improve nitric oxide availability. And nitric oxide is the key player in getting and maintaining an erection, because it relaxes the inner muscles of the blood vessels, allowing them to widen and boost blood flow. That means when you enjoy a square or 2 of dark chocolate, you're not just indulging, you're helping your arteries stay flexible and responsive. And let's be honest, most of us over 60 have spent decades putting wear and tear on our cardiovascular systems. We've eaten the fried foods, battled high blood pressure, and sat through more than a few sedentary years. So, when dark chocolate can support better blood flow to every part of the body, including the penis, it's worth celebrating. Take, for example, Thomas, a 74-year-old retired teacher I spoke with. He admitted that after heart surgery a few years back, he was afraid to even think about intimacy. But after being encouraged by a friend to start enjoying dark chocolate as part of his evening routine, something began to shift. He felt calmer. His blood pressure became more stable. And after a few months, he said he finally felt ready to be intimate with his partner again, without fear or embarrassment. That's not just a diet change, that's a life change. The trick, of course, is moderation and quality. Not all chocolate is created equal. Avoid milk chocolate or sugary varieties, which can do more harm than good. Look for organic low-sugar options with high cocoa content and enjoy it slowly. Make it a ritual. Let the pleasure of it remind you that aging doesn't mean the end of joy, desire, or connection. Quite the opposite. It's a reminder to savor. What matters? Sexual energy doesn't disappear with age. It simply asks you to treat your body with more intention. And dark chocolate gives you a delicious way to do just that. Number 2, pomegranate. When it comes to foods that can rescue aging, circulation, and revive your sexual health, pomegranate deserves a spotlight. This jewel-like fruit isn't just pretty to look at. It's one of the most powerful natural ways to protect your penis and your heart at the same time. And as any senior doctor will tell you, what's good for your heart is also good for your erections. Let's break it down. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, antioxidants that fight inflammation and improve endothelial function. The endothelium is the thin layer of cells lining your blood vessels, and it plays a crucial role in how easily blood flows through your arteries. As we age, this lining tends to stiffen or get damaged, especially if we've dealt with high blood pressure, cholesterol, or just years of poor eating habits. That kind of damage leads to reduced blood flow to key areas, including the penis. What makes pomegranate so special is how fast it gets to work, repairing that inner lining. Studies have shown that daily consumption of pomegranate juice can improve circulation within just a few weeks. One study even found that men who drank a glass of pomegranate juice daily had improvements in erectile function, especially those dealing with mild to moderate issues. It's not magic. It's biology. When the blood flows better, everything works better. I remember talking with a man named Dennis, 68, who said he hadn't felt any desire in years. He had chalked it up to age, assumed that chapter was over. But once he made a habit of including pomegranate juice with breakfast each morning, and cleaned up a few other eating habits, he said something strange started happening. Not only did he feel more awake down there, but he started thinking differently. He felt a spark again. He even reconnected with his wife in a way he hadn't in years. That's the power of a fruit. Not because it's exotic, but because it helps your body do what it's meant to do naturally. And look, this doesn't mean you have to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. It starts with a small choice. 1 cup of pomegranate juice, a handful of seeds in your oatmeal, even a spoonful of pomegranate concentrate, whatever works for you. The key is consistency. Give your body the tools, and it will surprise you with what it can still do, even at 70 or 80. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, beets. Beets may look humble, but for men over 60, this deep red root is nothing short of a miracle food for your penis. Why? Because beets are one of the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates, compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide, and nitric oxide is essential for strong, healthy erections. It relaxes and expands blood vessels, allowing more blood to flow exactly where you want it to go. Without it, even the desire for intimacy can feel like a frustrating dead end. Now, here's the part most men don't know. Nitric oxide production naturally declines with age. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, your body might only be producing half as much as it did when you were 30. That decline leads to slower circulation, lower energy, and a penis that just doesn't respond like it used to. It's not your fault, it's biology. But the good news is it's reversible, and it starts with what you eat. Beets step in here as nature's perfect solution. When you eat them raw, roasted, juiced, or even in powder form, your body gets a direct infusion of those circulation-boosting nitrates. And it doesn't take long to feel the effect. In one clinical study, older adults who consumed beet juice daily showed significantly improved blood flow, endurance, and even reaction time within just 2 weeks. That means better circulation, not just in your heart and legs, but yes, in your penis too. Let's also talk about the psychological side. When your body feels more responsive, when you start to notice morning erections returning or that subtle confidence when you're close with someone, it does something deeper to your mindset. It tells your brain you've still got it. That belief alone fuels more vitality, more joy, more motivation to take care of yourself, and believe me, that upward spiral is real. I've seen it happen in friends, and even experienced it myself. One friend of mine, Gary, 72, had almost given up. He said things just didn't work anymore. But once he added beet juice to his daily routine, he didn't just notice physical changes. His entire attitude changed. He started dressing better, moving more, and smiling again. It was like something had been turned back on. So don't underestimate the power of beets. They might not be flashy, ... They're not advertised like pills or treatments. But when it comes to natural solutions that work with your body, not against it, beets are a quiet powerhouse. Add them to your salad, blend them into smoothies, or try a daily shot of beet juice. However you take them, just start. Because if your goal is to feel alive, confident, and strong again, this small red root might be the very thing your body's been waiting for. Number 4. Spinach. It might not look like much on your plate, but spinach is a powerhouse when it comes to your sexual vitality, especially for men over 60. This humble leafy green is packed with nutrients that go far beyond basic health. In fact, the compounds in spinach may be just what your body needs to restore blood flow, balance hormones, and give your libido the support it quietly craves. Let's start with magnesium. Spinach is one of the richest plant sources of this often overlooked mineral. And here's why that matters. As men age, magnesium levels tend to drop, which can lead to increased inflammation, weaker arteries, and yes, lower testosterone. But studies have shown that boosting magnesium can actually help increase free testosterone levels in men, even those well into their 70s. That means better muscle tone, improved mood, and yes, stronger sexual function. Another quiet benefit of spinach is its high level of nitrates. When eaten, these naturally convert into nitric oxide in the body, which helps relax and dilate blood vessels. And just like with dark chocolate, this improves circulation to all the vital areas, including the penis. Strong blood flow is essential for achieving and maintaining an erection. And as we age, our blood vessels often become stiffer and less responsive. Spinach helps soften that decline now. Let's talk about folate. This B vitamin is critical for proper blood flow and nerve function. Low folate levels have been linked to erectile dysfunction in older men. Thankfully, spinach is loaded with folate, offering a natural way to keep your sexual responses healthy and strong. It doesn't take a lot. Just a small bowl of sautéed spinach a few times a week can begin to make a difference. But beyond the science, there's something powerful about choosing a food that represents care. When you take the time to cook a handful of fresh spinach, whether it's in a morning omelet, a dinner side, or a quick stir-fry, you're sending your body a message. You're saying, I still value this vessel. I still want to feel alive, connected, and vital. That simple act of choosing nourishment over convenience, of embracing your health instead of surrendering to decline, is an act of self-respect. I remember hearing from Frank, a 79-year-old widower from Indiana. After losing his wife, he slipped into a cycle of canned meals and loneliness. But one day, after watching a health talk about leafy greens, he made a change. He started buying fresh spinach, cooking simple meals, and soon found himself with more energy, a clearer mind, and yes, a return of desire he thought was gone forever. It gave him the confidence to reconnect with someone new. Spinach didn't just heal his body. It helped open his heart again. So don't overlook the greens. Spinach may not be flashy, but it carries a quiet strength, one that can rebuild the very systems that keep you feeling alive and desirable. And if you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, pomegranate. There's something ancient and sacred about the pomegranate. For centuries, it's been seen as a symbol of fertility, passion, and long life. But beyond its rich history and striking appearance, this vibrant fruit holds something far more practical, powerful benefits for men's sexual health, especially those over 60. At the heart of the pomegranate's magic is its antioxidant content. It's one of the richest natural sources of polyphenols, which help reduce oxidative stress in the blood vessels. Why is that so important? Because oxidative stress is like rust in your arteries. It hardens them, narrows them, and restricts the very flow of blood your body needs to function. And when it comes to sexual health, that means weak, inconsistent, or non-existent erections. But polyphenols help reverse this process by improving the elasticity of blood vessels and allowing for better circulation to all parts of the body, including the penis. There's also evidence that pomegranate can support testosterone levels. One study found that men who drank pomegranate juice daily for just 2 weeks experienced a significant increase in both salivary testosterone and mood. They reported feeling more energetic, more confident, and more inclined toward intimacy. And that's not just psychological, it's biological. When your testosterone is in a healthy range, everything works better. Libido, endurance, even motivation. Pomegranate also seems to have an effect on nitric oxide, much like beets and spinach. It helps the body produce and preserve nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels and enhances blood flow. That's critical for achieving and maintaining an erection that feels natural and strong. For older men, this can make the difference between frustration and confidence, between shame and intimacy. But let's get personal for a moment. One of the quiet battles many older men face is the sense that their bodies have betrayed them, that they're no longer in control, that aging means decline, and there's no way to push back. But that's not true. Every time you choose a food like pomegranate, a fruit so rich in life and vibrancy, you're saying, I still have a say in how I age. You're reclaiming agency over your health. I met George, a retired school principal from Arizona, at a senior health seminar. He was in his early 70s and said he felt like his romantic life had disappeared. I just didn't feel like a man anymore, he admitted. But after learning about natural circulation boosters, he added pomegranate juice to his daily routine. Within weeks, he noticed changes, not just physically, but emotionally. He smiled more. He stood taller. He said, I feel like something woke up inside me that I thought had died. That's the power of a little red fruit. So if you're looking for a natural, delicious, and effective way to support your sexual vitality, give pomegranate a chance. Whether you enjoy the seeds fresh, drink the juice, or add it to salads and smoothies, it's a small act with a big return. And remember, your body is always listening. What you feed it tells it what kind of life you want to live. Final thoughts. Isn't it strange how the smallest choices, what we put on our plate, what we avoid, how we listen to our bodies, can make the biggest difference in how we live, love, and age? For many men over 60, the topic of sexual health feels like a door that's quietly closed, locked behind years of stress, silence, and shame. But here's the truth no one says loudly enough. It's never too late to take back control. Your body hasn't given up on you. In fact, it's still capable of remarkable things if you give it the right fuel. The foods we explored today aren't just groceries. They're messengers. They speak to your blood vessels, your testosterone, your energy levels, and yes, even your self-esteem. They tell your body, I still believe in you. When you chew on watermelon, add spinach to your plate, snack on walnuts, sip pomegranate juice, or sprinkle pumpkin seeds over your salad, you're sending a powerful message, not just to your body, but to your spirit. You're saying, I am not done. That kind of attitude, my friend, changes everything. So today, I encourage you to pick one of these foods and add it to your life. Treat your body with the same care and dignity you've given to others your whole life, because you deserve to feel strong, desired, and vibrant. Not in the past, but right now. And if no one's told you this recently, let me say it clearly, you matter. Your health matters. Your joy, your confidence, your energy, they all still matter. Aging doesn't take that away, unless you let it. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video.